Hey everyone, welcome back to Llamas Creations DIY. My name is Tammy. Today I'm participating in Domestic Diva's monthly challenge, and this month is Pinterest inspired. Let's start crafting. For this first craft, I have these three canvases. They were about $1.25 at Dollarama. First one I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the canvas from the frames, just with a utility knife, scoring the back and then getting all that off. And I do that to all three frames. Then, taking my burnt umber and some water, mixing it into a stain, I'm going to paint it on the frames and then using a dry cloth, wipe some off to make it look almost like a stain. I do the front, the back, the sides, inside, everywhere. And I do this on all three frames. Then, for the canvases, using that inside part, I'm going to mix in, it was called seafoam green and some dark green to give it like a nice colored green. I'm going to paint two canvases this color, and then the third canvas I'm going to paint it in my cream house paint and baking soda mixture. Now, taking my carbon paper and the words that I printed off the computer, I'm just going to transfer the words using a pencil over onto the canvas that are already pre-painted. After that is all done, I'm going to take two different paint markers. One is very fine and the other one's a little thicker, and I'm going to go over all my words. All the ones that were in a fine print, I used the fine black marker, or black paint marker, and the thicker one, I used the thicker paint marker. Just tracing over and coloring them all in. I would like to say thank you for coming back. I truly appreciate everybody who comes to watch me. If you're new, please, if you can, subscribe, hit that bell, and don't forget to like this video. I sure hope you join our YouTube family. I am truly grateful for everyone that comes. This one here, I am just using a black Sharpie marker. And then also using the black Sharpie marker, I'm just going to thicken some of the letters just to give it a little more definition and to pop out a little more. Now taking a white paint marker, I'm going to add little details to the lettering, as you can see what I'm doing there. And I do that to all three of them. And there's they all are. Now time to attach the frame. Just taking some hot glue, putting it on the back of the frame, putting it on top of the canvas, wiping away any glue that's squished out. Then flipping it over, and I add staples to the back just to have a little extra security because I don't always trust that hot glue. Taking a utility knife, I score off all the extra pieces hanging over. And I do that to the same thing to all three. Now, flipping them over, I'm taking this ribbon. I'm going to cut two pieces. And then I'm going to glue, well, make sure I've the same width apart. I'm going to glue one ribbon, one side to one frame and the other side to the other frame. Using my ruler, I'm going to make sure that I'm the same distance apart, and I'm going to stick on the other ribbon, and then I do the same thing for the other frame down to the bottom. And even though I use my ruler, one of them is still wonky. Now, putting on a hanger for the back, I just tie a knot in both ends of the jute cord, flood it with some glue, and then put some tape over top. And then just to hide the tape, I just painted the tape with some beige paint. And there you have it. Today's video is in participation of Domestic Diva's monthly challenge, and this challenge was Pinterest inspired. Her link will be in the description box along with the playlist, so please check all the other creators out. Now, for the second one, I did basically the same thing to the frame and the canvas as I did in the other craft. Now, taking my ruler and some painter's tape, yes, I'm reusing painter's tape, I'm going to measure out where I would like to paint in a line. Taking that same green, seafoam green and dark green mixture, I'm going to paint in a big line. Then when that's dry, I'm going to lay some more paint down. I want a thinner line right beside it, and I do the same thing. And then I also do a big and a little line on the bottom as well. You'll see that in the next frame. There it is. Now I cut my letters out for this one, and I just wanted to measure it up to make sure it was centered. And doing the exact same thing with the carbon paper and pencil, I trace on my letters. Using a black Sharpie marker, I'm just going to write in my letters now. Does anybody know what this says? Let me know down in the description box if you know what this says. I had to explain it to my youngest, but the other two haven't said anything to me about it. So we'll see. Now, just like the last ones, I'm going to glue the frame on with some hot glue. Centered in there so that the image or the letters are in the middle. Flipping it over, adding in some staples into the back. Trimming off that extra with a utility knife. And then I also do a hanger on this one too with some jute rope. But this time I staple it on instead of gluing it on with hot glue. I really enjoyed making these. I needed something in my bathroom. My bathroom needs a good painting, mind you, but this just brightens it up and makes it look interesting in there for a little while. I would like to thank Sonia over at the Domestic Diva DIY for hosting this challenge. I really enjoyed doing it. I would like to also thank everybody for watching. You can follow me on Instagram under Lammas Creation DIY. Please subscribe and like this video. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.